Hello everyone. In this video I'll show you a demo on how to execute the Spark SQL program given in the exercise 4. So follow all instruction given in the text file to set up a project, to download Scala ID and required packages, uh, and create a new project in the Eclipse, and follow all instruction given in this text file. I'll show you how to execute this program in the AWS cluster. So once you do all these instruction, you need to get a jar file from this project, and I'll now show you how to execute this program in the AWS cluster. So in the AWS cluster, you need to sign in to your account, create an EMR cluster. I'm already having the cluster installed, so I'm just going to show you how to create a cluster. So from this you need to give the cluster name, select the last option since it has the Spark, and we are going to run the Spark program, and select the instance type as M4 since it is the cheapest one, and leave the number of instances as 3, and just click on the create cluster. Here you need to select the EC2 key pair, as I showed you in the other video. You need to select the EC2 key pair and click on create cluster. I'm already having my cluster ready and waiting, so I'm just going to log into my cluster. Before doing this, we need to upload our jar file and the data file to our S3 data bucket. So once you complete all these instruction, it will say, right click on the project, click on run as, and click even install. Then you will get a jar file from that target folder. So you should get that jar file and upload to the S3 data bucket. Now we need to log into our cluster using SSH if you are using Windows, if you are using Linux or Mac, or using PuTTY if you are using Windows. So I'm just going to paste that link and add my key pair and click on open. It will ask for my passphrase. So now I'm inside my master node. Then you just need to get the jar file from the S3 to our master node. So I'm going to use this AWS S3 CP command. I'm going to use this AWS S3 CP command to copy my .jar file from the S3 to my master node. So let's see here, AWS S3 CP followed my S3 data file path. So my file is in this 454 data bucket. My file name is cardata.txt, or sorry, I want to copy the jar file, right? So I need to give the jar file name. And I'm putting that jar file in the root directory of the master node. Now we have the jar file in our master node. We just need to execute that jar file with the corresponding parameters. So to execute the Spark program, we should use this Spark -submit, the class name for the Spark program. We should first give the package name if we created any. So my package name is org.sql.driver, followed by the jar file path. So it is in the root directory, spark sql final.jar, and I want to store my output in the S3 itself. And before that, we need to give the data file path, which is also in the S3. So we need to give the bucket name followed by the data, which is car data txt, and I want to store my output also in the S3 in the same data bucket. I will store my output in the output directory named spark sql output. Now the command is ready and the command looks good. Let's execute it. It will take some few seconds to execute our Spark program. Now the program is over. Let's check in S3 whether we got any output. So we have this Spark SQL output folder ready. In this you can see that you have the output file. So I'm just going to download this. You can open this in a notepad or a WordPad to see your result, and you can save this file as a text file also. So say I'm going to save it as Spark SQL output.txt. Now it will be saved as .txt file. So you can use this txt file and upload for the exercise. So once you are done with your execution, please delete everything from the master node and also from the S3 space, because if you keep your files in the S3, they will charge you some amount. So to avoid that situation, just delete whenever you are done with your execution. Similarly, I have a jar file in my root directory, so I'm just going to delete that. So the remove command goes like this. Oops. Okay, the jar file already got deleted for some reason. So let's remove this data file alone. Okay, now we have removed all our data files from the cluster, and if you don't want your cluster anymore, you can terminate this cluster. So later on, if you want to run a similar program or the same program, you can open this terminated cluster and clone it. So you it will basically replicate all your configuration to the new cluster. So this is the procedure to execute your exercise 4. So please let me know if you have any doubts with this video. Thank you.